You know what? I could go and try and make some helms to finish leveling my blacksmithing. Could try and do that. So I'll be better off buying iron, but then again, iron is... I will be selling these at a loss then. Well, that's wrong, but still... Yeah, it's the... Most of the costs come from the iron bars. In theory, that would sell for a profit, but it's only yellow and not this. So I could be making a few at no profit. And anyway, it's so expensive to make. It's I just wonder how many will go to buy it, you know? That's my concern. Actually, it is cheaper to make than the helm. I could justify it. I could also scale down how much I'm charging for it from 6 gold to 4 gold. I could justify that.
What can I do for you? See you later.
Greetings.
Good day to you.
King Anduin has placed great importance in learning. Thus has provided funds for making copies of various tomes and writings available to the public. It's very simple. Bring me library script, and I can give you a copy of one of the available books.
See you around.
Do any of these titles interest you, Gork? Legends of the Gorobashi, Volume 3. It's the one I meant to get.
See you later.
So I got the library script from the goblin down south, who gave me the quest stone of the tides. So I cashed it in there. You don't get many library scripts, so it's worthwhile to cash to get the book you're meant to get and read a bit of lore. Though who knows how much is even canon anymore with them retconning everything. Like they're trying to spin it as Titans of Light to us, and you know, stuff is in how it works, so we can write news to shit. And like the Titans are evil, the Naru are evil, everyone's evil. Well, it's just that the Titans are rabidly fixated on order. Everything has to be what they define as order. The Naru want to give everything the light, making everyone light praise zealots. You know, everything has to be of order and can't exist outside of order. Everything has to be of the light and can't exist outside of the light. You know. You know, and I just want to grill for humanity's sake. So, yeah. But yeah, like the Naru were big good before, but now they're being retconned out into being light-obsessed freaks that dominate you and, like, scorch you so you're light-obsessed freaks too. And then the Titans are order obsessed. So, just one frame of bad after the other, you know? At least that's what some people were saying they're doing. I haven't seen modern lore in ages. And then you have to read the chronicles, but even then the chronicles are wrong, so... And, you know, they ignore those and retcon things out. It's really annoying. Don't make a fucking anthology like, here is our definitive lore book. We ignored it and wrote something else. Don't do that! Ugh, obnoxious. Legend of the Trolls, Volume 3, Stone of the Tides, by the hand of Archmage and Sirim Runeweaver, Dauren. Introduction. The ancient Gorobashi Empire was a source of many fascinating and intriguing legends that that can be no doubt traced to their environs, as examinations of their belief systems and societal practices have pointed to a great reverence of their natural surroundings. While I have delved into many aspects of their snake worship in previous volumes of this study, I put forth here an examination of Troll's interesting and unique relationship with the sea, the Great Sea. The Gorbashi Empire was surrounded on three sides by the sea, as it, it comes as little surprise that water would figure prominently as an aspect of their society. All the trolls were able to roam and control the large areas of their jungle empire. The sea eluded them. It was vast and immeasurable, no doubt a disconcerting neighbor for the powerful trolls. It should be noted here that recent discoveries seem to suggest that the trolls had little interest in exploring lands beyond the Great Sea. While troll species have been encountered along the length and breadth of Azeroth, Kazmodan, and Lordaeron. Azeroth here meaning Stormwind. Little evidence of their civilization has been found in the newly discovered lands of Kalimdor, or upon the islands of the South Seas. Whether this demonstrates an unwillingness of the trolls to venture away from their uh, territorial holdings, or a failure on their part to develop the technologies needed to make such a journey, will take further research and analysis that is out of the scope of my writings here. But one can hardly ignore so large a presence, and findings in the extensive troll ruins of Stranglethorn Vale show an aspect of the relationship with the sea previously unknown and undocumented: the Stone of the Tides. Recent discoveries during surveys of troll ruins of Stranglethorn Vale have shown references to an object known as the Stone of the Tides. Various fragments of troll legends can be pieced together to paint a rather complete picture of the stone and its importance to the ancient Gorbashi Empire. It appears that the Stone of the Tides allowed its bearer to control water in its many forms: rivers, rain, and the tides. Because the story is related to the use of the Stone of the Tides, I have conjectured that it is actually a physical manifestation of the powers of the Waterlord, a powerful elemental of the seas. How and why such an object would leave the Waterlord's control and fall into the hands of the trolls is another question that is beyond the scope of my knowledge. The Tide Bearer. Like the movements of the eponymous tides, the Stone of the Tides entered the world of the trolls and departed, never constantly staying in the hands of trolls for longer than a generation at a time. In troll legends, it's said that the first time the Stone of the Tides came to the Gorbashi Empire, it was found by a troll warrior wandering along the coast of Stranglethorn. He came upon a mysterious blue stone with which milky white strands floated around and floated and flowed. Intrigued by the stone, the warrior took it with him and continued upon his journey. Over the weeks and months, the warrior discovered that stone had given him control over water. He could summon forth water elementals, creatures formed completely of water, duplicating a feat that only powerful mages of Kirantor were able to perform. The warrior traveled to Azul Grub, heart of the Empire, to show its newfound abilities to the Emperor. He easily gained a court audience after demonstrating his powers in the center of the Imperial capital. His powers easily amazed the Gorbashi Emperor, who immediately gave him a place of honor at court, naming the warrior Tidebearer, leaving his own name behind. For years, the Tidebearer served the Gorbashi Empire, summoning his troll water elementals in battle and manipulating the flow of water in Stranglethorn Vale for the benefit of the Empire. But the years went on, the Tidebearer became more reclusive, tending to stay for long periods of time away from court. Tidebearer was hiding a secret from the prying eyes at court. Abilities granted to him by the Stone of the Tides also came with a curse. As the years passed, the Tidebearer was fading away. With each coming and going of the tides, Tidebearer became less of himself, losing his corporeal form, pulsing in and out of existence. Until his dying days, he traveled to the beach, where he first found stone, and walked into the sea, disappearing for the last time. Generations later, the Stone of the Tides washed upon the shores of Stranglethorn, and another Tidebearer was chosen. As the troll brought the stone to the Zul Grub, so the process continued for generations. The stone appearing with the tide, and the Tidebearer leaving into the tide. Modern day accounts of the Stone of Tides have appeared from place to place, but must still wonder why an object of such power would appear with such regularity, and by whose design. That's mysterious. And is probably promptly ignored in Legion. I don't remember the Legion quest of it, so I can't comment. We'll do it again soon enough if I ever go back to having those ults of mine. I will be focusing here on SOD, and I will be. I should get back to the Pandaria stuff soon enough. I should again try and juggle the two of them. I think I'm pretty confident now in trying to do that with a controller. I'm just really on a kick of SOD, so I don't really care right now about Pandaria. I thought our model looked really different, like not standard night elf for a moment. I thought it looked elf-wise, still elf, but something, whatever way I looked at it, I thought it didn't look like a night elf. I was like, is that a high elf? I was puzzled for a second. You know, textures might load in the game. Yeah, my eyes sometimes don't load textures or see an image proper. It's annoying. Didn't much sell. Nothing on this page anyway. I think I may just sell those dry pork ribs to a vendor. Inventory. Inventory is full. 8 goblin deviled clams. God damn, this is cheap. $16. Okay. I ended up overbuying, but after a point I did that intentionally. I decided, fuck it, let's auction a bit too. Wonder if that's why these sell so much, because people want it for chests. God damn the light. Just like blaring in that place. But yeah, I need to get back to editing this series and uploading stuff. I just haven't been in the mood to deal with editing. It's pretty damn boring. And there's been other stuff going on and whatnot. I'm not going to get any done tomorrow, more like than not. But, could take a look the day after. Thinking maybe I could reward myself while doing it. Bring up a thing of Guinness with me.
You need something? See you around. What are you looking for?
Just keep buying these spices till it stops going up. Oh god, I really overbought, didn't I? Okay, awesome. We have a bit extra to sell, so. better to just sell the eggs than to make them into something. Make them. Actually, they're the food I use. But it takes up inventory. I love how we take the clam meat out of the shell, throw away the shell, and now it's back on because we put some spices on it. It's funny how that works. Jesus. If these really go at these prices, that's insane. It's like 2 minutes to 4. Before I forget, don't sell it.
Safe travels.
I'm giving it a shot to see if I get any rep for it. I don't think I will though. Well, anyway, we'll head down to Stranglethorn and we'll turn in the turn in the last notes. And we'll turn in the last pages and then we'll do reading. Yeah, we'll turn in the last pages, we'll do a reading, then I'll call quits. I'm getting tired. Probably should have went a while ago. Last hour just vanished. Actually, before I go, I need to finish naming all the sorry, OCD stuff is bothering me. Just thinking of things and it's freaking me out, and I need to finish before yeah, I'm gonna finish recording here, then I'm gonna go upload stuff. But before I can upload them, I need to finish naming. Like, this episode right now will be called, you know, WoW Season of Discovery, WoW Classic Season of Discovery, part probably 50, 50 something. I don't know. I've stopped around 16, 15. Actually, no, I think 15 is a failed one. I think it's on 14. The recording didn't, the rendering didn't work, so I never tried it again. It's 15 or 16. I can check. Give me a second. It's not like it really matters to you, but I can tell you. Just in case anyone's really like, I need the meta, meta talk. Yeah, it's 15 that failed. So, need to do up to 14 of this, and then the last bits of the Pandaren stuff I've done already so far. I think there may be some other stuff I can name and upload. And then I can Yeah, there's some other stuff I need to name on upload, and then I think there's some. Then I can go to bed. Yeah. So yeah, after I'm done recording here, I'm gonna go name some vids of this, get them uploading, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Oh, there's Evil 9 to name as well. So yeah, there's a few different things I'm gonna name, get them uploading, and then I can delete them, make some space, and try and get more rendering done, editing and rendering done over the next few days. Ooh, 6 salt.
Well met. Have a good one. See you around. Farewell.
Yes, I got some rep. Awesome. I'll hold on to those. So in groups of 5. Lost a lot of gold. It's fine. Brrr. The green power crystals are to do with Ungoro. These don't cost actually that much. Oh, never mind. Some are more than others. Without the quests, I don't know what I'm missing. Green Hills Funeral Home. Alright then. Okay, 1 and 3 done. So 2. What do you need? 10, 11, 14, and 16. Huh. Apparently there's some like alliance NPCs here that you can merc. And they give you the or maybe that's an alliance. Actually no, that's the Horde base. Yeah, the alliance NPCs Private Merrill can actually drop the Green Thorns of Stranglevale, and then the Horde NPCs can drop the Green Thorns of Stranglevale as well. That's interesting. Actually, some NPCs are here turning up, like a Bloodsail Mage is turning up with an Alliance crest. I don't know why. Anyway. So 10, 11, 14, and 16. Don't think I need you, but I'll hold on to you till I'm done. Don't know if I have any extras here. Or if I'm after leaving any in the bank. I don't think so. 14. 16. 11. So I need to get 10. Okay, and now for chapter 4. This needs 25, 26, and 27. $25, 26, so I just need 27. There we go.
It's too far away.
Oh, that's annoyed me. Total meters for next to nothing. I just wanted to clear up my inventory a little bit further, so I don't have to come back so soon. Because there's no 5 point down here, so it makes it a real bitch to try and actually level down here. So what my thoughts of the matter is that I should
Well met.
yeah, there's no 5 point in northern Stranglethorn. I would have to go down to Booty Bay and run back up, so or go to Duskwood and run down. So I want to get as much as Stranglethorn Vale done per trip. So when I log back on, like I'm going there now and turning into Green Hills, doing a reading and logging off. When I log back in tomorrow, if I get to play tomorrow, fuck it, I will get to play tomorrow, but later in the day, if enough vids upload. I was thinking before to give me a bonus vids to compensate for how much I've fallen behind, but I think at this point I pretty much need to give you everything I have as a bonus vid. So I'm just going to say fuck it, drawing a line and just starting again. But anyway, brain dead. Yeah, tomorrow when I log in, I'll just start off on quests and keep going. Try and get as much done of Stranglethorn Vale as possible. Shit, I forgot stuff in the bank. Fuck. Fuck. It's the 2 scratchings for that one quest. The troll rumors. The troll legends. Fuck. Well, I can get access my bank via Booty Bay, so I could do that.
King's honor, friend.
Okay, there we go. I was seeing some talk about StarCraft 2 development. Let me just check that right over. My mind blanked. Yeah, folks, and I'm back. Did that? Yes, good, that stopped. So yeah, I remember reading before about StarCraft 2's development, and apparently in it, or Metzen I think it was, wanted Raynor to have a drinking problem, and to be pretty broken over the events of um, Brood War. But they felt like it's been 4 years, they'll be keeping him in like a stasis fort, he'll be over the events of Brood War then. But of course he should be pining over Carrigan. I mean, it's only been 4 years. That's my joke, none of them said that. But I found how much he was pining over Carrigan odd looking back on it, because from what you see of him in the game, he's like, the game summates their time together quite heavily. So you don't really see much of a romance. And then the last they talked, well, he wasn't able to save her from Mansk. He tries to save her again, but she sends him off because she's Zerg now. And with the Overmind gone, she's still Zerg. She doesn't want to go back to being Sarah Carrigan. She's happy being Queen of Blades. She then uses him and then murks Phoenix for good measure. The Protoss buddy that Raynor had made. The last they talked, he threatens to kill her. And then next you see of him, because that's the last he appears in Brood War, next you see of him, he's pining over her and mourning the woman he maybe knew for a couple months. So it's no. I was just thinking about, WoW writing not wowing me, and yeah, that's my view on Carrigan and Raynor's like romance. Like, there was clearly something going on in the StarCraft, right? Between them, like in StarCraft 1, but that was kind of killed in StarCraft 2 with, well, StarCraft Brood War with her being the Queen of Blades. Like, could he have leftover feelings for her? Could you do something with that? Yeah, sure. But it just feels weird to have him drinking himself silly, drinking in a bar, moping over a picture of her. It seems a little much. Nah, I don't really care to fight it. He cares to fight me, though. God, I hope Exorcist works right in the next one, where I don't have to keep reapplying it. Because it would suck to have to keep finding a new Exorcist skill book every time I upgrade Exorcism. I suppose there's probably not many more upgrades of Exorcism left. Fucking wreckage.
What's on your mind? Watch your back. Great to meet you. Off with you. Watch your back. Safe travels. Off with you. See you soon. Safe travels.
Oh, I should read the text there. Superb. Now we have chapter 4 ready to go.
Watch your back. What can I do for you? Off with you. See you soon.
You've certainly saved me a heap of trouble, Gurik. I can't thank you enough. It shouldn't be long now until we see Master Nessingwary's book in libraries throughout the world.
Off with you.
Okay, let's start a reading. I hoped we'll get the full book in one thing, but you don't. Our first day went as well as one can expect first days to go. Most of Green Hills of Stranglethorn, Chapter 1. Our first day went as well as one can expect first days to go. Most of our time was preoccupied with making the necessary arrangements to establish base camp. Located in an ideal setting, but a freshwater river injet. Judging by the old abandoned docks nearby, this site was inhabited some time ago. As for the original inhabitants, only time can tell that tale. For this expedition, I have assembled Ajak Rovek and Sir S.J. Elgaden, along with my trusty servant Barnil Stonepot. I fought alongside Ajax's father's side in many battles in defense of the Alliance. Seeing her grown is quite special. My father schooled her well in the ways of weaponry. Her skills with a bow make me wonder if there is elven blood running through those veins. Sir S.J. Elgaden comes from human aristocracy. His father, Count Elgaden, was renowned for his generosity. It was the Count who lobbied for improved working conditions for the Stonemasons Guild during the restoration of Stormwind after the Second Great War. In the years that followed, after Stormwind betrayed the Stonemasons Guild, Sir Elgaden grew bitter about the role of nobles within the kingdom. He no longer wished to uphold the position that his father's bloodline had earned him in the House of Nobles. But I digress. The purpose of the story is not to act as a political treaty or a biography. This is the account of my experiences hunting big game in the green hills of Stranglethorn. We rose with the sun. Barno began to prepare the morning meal. I noticed Ajax's attention was somewhat distracted. The day's trek would be long and our hunt would bring us close to danger. Lack of focus could easily lead to an errant mishap. But Ajax seemed unable to divert her gaze from Barno, who stood by the edge of the river, rinsing out his mess kit. Just as I was about to question Ajax's lack of interest in the day's hunting strategy, she drew from her quiver an arrow and unleashed a shot right towards poor Barno. But it was not Barno that Ajax was shooting at, for Bargil stepped aside, mouth agape. Large river crocodiles floating to the surface with Ajax's arrow perfectly placed between his large two eyes. We set out towards the west, through the thick overgrowth of the tangled jungle. Moving with slow, deliberate steps, we traced through thick foliage in search of prey. The morning passed in frustrated silence. Nothing was stirring in the vale, not even a breeze. By the afternoon, the expedition had grown restless. Barnil no longer strode with the cautious steps of a predator claiming prey. Rather, he clumsily clumped along the path, often stepping out noisily on dry leaves or fallen branches. During one such misstep, Elgaden laid a heavy hand on Barnil's shoulder. Ajax and I gave a casual glance, assuming the man was simply giving Barno a much-needed scolding for his careless behavior. Elgaden, however, gestured slowly with his head towards a nearby fallen tree. Gazing back at us were two piercing black eyes just above a mouth of razor-sharp fangs. I'm gonna be honest with you folks, there's a slight amendum. I'm having difficulty focusing here. I find my attention wavering, my eyes fogging over. It's fine reading, but I've just... I know as I'm reading, my eyes are defocusing or scanning ahead, so it's hard for me to actually read the lines I'm on. So if I'm stuttering, that's why. The beast was a male Stranglethorn tiger. Before I could cock my rifle, Gaden raised his crossbow and fired upon the beast. The bolt missed its mark and caught the beast heavily in the left flank. The tiger made a futile attempt to flee, but its wound was too grave. The beast stumbled for a few tragic seconds before Barno finished the kill with a thrown axe. The kill brought about a festive mood amongst the expedition. Barno poured mead for all to enjoy. But our festivities were short-lived. As we were preparing the corpse for transport back to base, we were all caught off guard by by a horrendous growl. In all my years, I've never heard anything so blood-curdling. On a rocky precipice above, silhouetted by the setting sun, I could make out the largest cat of prey I've ever laid eyes upon. I was able to loose one clumsy volley with my rifle, but the cat held its ground. He growled once again, this time louder than the first, and vanished. We gathered our belongings and headed solemnly back to camp. I promised the expedition that we would spend the next day hunting panthers, as their furs are high in demand throughout Azeroth. Could mean the Kingdom of Stormwind, could mean the planet. It varies heavily. When you're looking at the older tales, it varies heavily. After a certain point, Stormwind is never referred to as Azeroth, but if you look at like the old Warcraft 3 stuff, if you look at some of the old novels we've seen, old lore books we've seen here, they do call it Azeroth. It only makes sense that such a man should exist when all the able-bodied hunters, trappers, and fur traders I had promised the expedition would spend the next day hunting panthers, as their furs are in high demand throughout Azeroth. It only makes sense that such demand should exist, with all of the able-bodied hunters, trappers, and fur traders off giving their lives so valiantly in the alliance. Ajax and Sir Agaden were anxious to learn how to hunt effectively with a dwarven rifle. The two humans leave their primitive ranged weapons at base camp. Barnil and I outfitted them with some of the Ironforge's finest firearms. On this day we ventured to the south, following some fresh panther tracks. Soon we reached a ravine spanned by an enormous rope bridge. I could not help but think of Brand's descriptive writings of the region when I saw the engineering marvel. So often it was assumed that native trolls were a primitive and uneducated race. Yet as I gazed upon the master craftsmanship of the bridge, I was able to recognize the skill with which the troll builders overcame the seemingly impossible feat. Before long, Ajax tracked the panther to southwest. We walked quietly, guns at the ready, in anticipation of our prey. A snapping of twigs from nearby copse of trees drew our attention immediately. Something was in there. One certain glance at Barno was enough to convey my thoughts. Barno slowly lowered his rifle. The kill was not for us. It was for our human companions. Countless panthers had lost their lives in front of our smoking barrels. This kill would be for the humans. Both Ajax and Sorgaden stood poised. Guns leveled at the bristling overgrowth at the base of the swaying trees. The midday sun beat heavily upon us. A slow trickle of perspiration trailed down from Elgaden's temple as he pulled the pin back. Beyond the sound of a click, the thick flora parted, and a large panther, a beautiful specimen, darted out onto the plain. The humans trained their sights. Wrong use of sight. It should be S-I-G-H-T-S. Sights, S-I-T-E-S, is like, this is a site. It's a base camp. It's a site. There's the rebel camp above. It's a site. It's a place. The humans trained their sights on the panther as it ran along the edge of the tree line. The barrels of their guns moved in perfect parallel tandem. Barno gave me an urgent glance, but I shook my head no. This hunt was for the humans, not Barno or me. Elgaden fired a booming shot, missing the panther altogether. Apparently he was unprepared for the violent kickback of the rifle blast. His gun tossed back violently in his arms, the barrel swooping sideways and came up behind Ajax's barrel. Ajax had chosen that exact moment to pull the trigger. The rifle, the aim now knocked clumsily towards the tree line, went off with a distinctive boom. A flock of birds screamed out of the canopy, scattering in every direction. A plume of smoke rose from the tree line. We watched in awe as a tremendous branch fell squarely on the fleeing panther, breaking its back. As the weeks passed, our stockpile of panther and tiger skins grew immense. I decided it was time for the expedition to shift our focus to a new challenge: raptors. The humans, while appreciative of the training Barno and I offered, decided to refrain from hunting with firearms. Ajax was much more comfortable with a finely strung bow, and Sir Agaden never left camp without a sturdy crossbow. We set out at first light, heading south past the Takashi ruins. Barno voiced concern that we might encounter members of Bloodscalp tribe. I remind Barno that the Bloodscalps were more concerned with destroying their tribal enemy, the Skull Splitters. Needless to say, Barno was not comforted in the slightest. I, however, had a loaded rifle, a satchel full of gunpowder, and 3 deadly hunters with me to ease any concerns of an unfriendly ambush. I've stood before a towering inferno on the battlefield, the army of the Burning Legion advancing from all directions. An unruly band of trolls that seems as harmless as a jackrabbit in the hills of Dunmoreau. We passed the Taxi ruins without event, much to Barno's relief. The party proceeded to head westward toward the Great Sea, skirting the ruins of Zolkunda, just to the south. As we ascended the high sea bluffs, we spotted our first raptor. The beast never so much as detected our presence. In fact, the only greeting he received from the expedition was a bullet between the eyes. So Garden let out a hearty hurrah as Ajax nodded towards me with keen approval. I sifted through my pack in search of my pipe, hoping to enjoy a celebratory smoke. Barno began to scurry up the hillside to retrieve the raptor's corpse. I stared at the fallen beast with satisfaction that accompanies every big kill. But I could not bask in the glory of the kill for long, for when I turned my eyes towards the horizon, several silhouettes appeared cresting the hill, just above poor Barno. "Flee, Barno!" I shouted. Ajax, Zuragadin, and myself loosed a volley of bullets, arrows, and bolts over Barno and towards the pursuing raptors. One of us landed a kill amidst the confusion. Our hastily aimed shots were enough to buy Barno's escape. Barno clambered down the hill and rejoined the party. We scurried off into the jungle, a pack of ferocious lash-tail raptors stalking our every move. The hunters were now the hunted. There we go. I led the party towards the sea, hoping the shoreline would provide refuge from the raptors. In our haste, we drifted too far north to a precarious high elevation. A mistake was made. The fault was mine. We stopped just short of a sheer cliff. The raptors were just a few paces behind us. I stepped slowly forward, gun raised. Let these brave hunters to their death. I would die defending them. Large-tailed raptors are particularly fierce, known for their unrelenting bloodthirst. They far outnumbered us, but I would be damned if I let them kill me and my companions without shedding some of their own blood first. Ajax and Zuragadin readied their weapons, flanking me on either side, our backs to the sea. Barno let out a defeated sigh through his axe. The lash-tails were almost upon us. Their steady strides had slowed. They were stalking their prey now, for they knew they had us trapped. Then something miraculous happened. From off to our side we heard the distinct and terrifying roar of the great white tiger. Despite their numbers, raptors turned and scattered in all directions. We saw but a brief white flash as the tiger darted past us and pounced on one of the raptors. No command needed to be given. All 4 members of our party knew it was time to run. We sprinted all the way back to base camp, never slowing. Later that night we sat quietly around the campfire, knowing our lives had been saved by a bizarre twist of fate. Such are the risks of the big game hunter. We toy with fate by delivering it, yet each of us at some point will face fate's razor-sharp teeth. This dwarf is just glad that moment did not come upon the green hills of Stranglethorn. And with that, folks, that has been the green hills of Stranglethorn. I hope you've enjoyed. And there's an ending for a video. Let's turn into
How are
quest.
ya? Watch your back. See you soon.
Plate boots that I can't use yet. You certain? I already read that.
Safe travel.
Earned it. 38. 11,000 XP, nearly 12,000. Awesome. So, one more rank here. So then I can switch to Holy and start just getting extra free strength. I'll get an extra 10% strength. That's nice. That's nice. But yeah. So like you can find the areas listed in that book here. here's the rope bridge he mentioned. And there's another one up ahead. They make it sound a lot grander than it is, but there you go. But also, they talk about Zolkunda being to the south. That would mean they went this way. So I feel like the person writing it didn't match with the person. Either they said south instead of north by mistake, or the person writing it didn't look at the in-game map and got Zolkunda's location confused. It's a minor mistake, but or maybe the dude just simply got turned about and wrote the wrong thing. Like it's an in-universe error rather than a writer error IRL. It can be hard to know, you know, without them making an explicit note of, yeah, no, that, you know, Bobby McGee over there, he fucked up. You know, that's what I'm calling him, Nestingwary. Couldn't remember his name. You know, Bobby McGee, yeah, he fucked up. Not us. Unless they make an explicit note, it's hard to be sure. So anyway, this has been my run of Season Discovery. I do have some more pages, so awesome. We'll do that when we do head back to Stormwind. Actually, fuck, there's no Fight Master here. Yeah, if I wanted to do their quests, I have to go get those scratchings. Very good. You're relieved, Private. Rest, but don't get too comfortable. Curzon won't leave us alone forever.
Greetings.
But, yeah. I could head down to Booty Bay and get stuff. I could do it that way. Yeah. So yeah, when I come back tomorrow, I will start doing the Booty Bay quests around here. Well, find the man. Okay. Yeah. When I'm gonna leave this here, folks. When I come back tomorrow, I'm gonna continue where I left off here. I have to gather blood scalp ears, singing crystal shards. I have to start killing tigers. The elder Stranglethorn tigers. Found some down by the Takshi ruins. The tumbled crystals, I have to go beat up the geologists over at the Venture Company base. I have to beat up raptors. Don't know where I'll find them. Actually, no, I found them past the second bridge. Bloodstone ore sends me to Ratty Highlands. I'm ignoring that for now, if not permanently. Stone of the Tides, have to go check that out. I need to go back to Stormwind or go to Booty Bay to get those, the first two. The third and fourth are maybe still beyond me. At least one of them is in a higher level area than the rest. Like the troll area is tiered both physically and level wise, so I mightn't be able to continue that just yet. But I can do plenty of the others first. So when I come back, I'll pick up where I left off here with Stranglethorn, and I'm going to try and not only hit 40 so I can start wearing plate, but, you know, make progress and try and get that bit closer to being able to do Sunken Temple and, you know, the higher level raids, you know? Because it'll be cool to be able to show off more, you know? That'll be nice. Anyway, I'm rambling here. It's gone 4:30. It's nearly 20 to 5. And I still got those videos to start uploading. It's going to take a lot of time given how many I'm going to be uploading. So the sooner I get to it, the better. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you join me again soon. If there's anything at all you'd like to tell me, please let me know in the comment section below. Do include a timestamp if you're commenting on something in particular. If it's a generalist thing, no need. But if it's a comment on something in particular, then let me know in the comment section. Then include a timestamp. That'll definitely help. Do keep in mind when I recorded this, it's sometime in 2024, June, July, the earlier one. Or It's the January one. I don't remember. It's the 18th to the 6th, 2024. Sorry. Yeah, it's the 18th to the 6th, 2024. So just keep that in mind in case, for whatever reason, time's an issue. Sorry. Um, if time sensitivity is an issue. Sorry, I just got distracted IRL. Hit off something, I wasn't sure what it was. But, yeah. Just in case time sensitivity is an issue, just keep that in mind of when I'm recording it. So, 18 to the 6th, 2024, I think I said. So yeah, keep that in mind. It's going to be quite a while by the time this comes out. There's so much more to go through before it, and I've been dragging my heels on editing. Neither is helping. So, I hope you've enjoyed. Hope you join me again soon. Till then, I'm going this time. Because otherwise, I'm going to just keep talking. Till then, love and peace.